Hi friends, welcome to Nifty Prediction for Tomorrow YouTube channel. So still if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can click on this red button to subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch my the latest videos so that you'll get the update on my analysis and also the short videos. So friends, I'll start my analysis with the open interest data. So this is the open interest for today. We are on the weekly Nifty open interest here. So here today we saw that there was a major put short covering happening today, due to which market gained almost more than 200 points in the earlier day, but later it was just up by almost 100 plus points. So today we saw that today we saw that there was a major put short covering which happened in the open interest. So the bar is very much visible to us, and right now 16,000 is acting as the major support. So if you are an intraday trader, or suppose if you are a swing trader, you need to have this important information based on the open interest, because open interest is accumulation of the contracts where there will be a more number of buyers and sellers. So the sellers will tend to be more accurate rather than buyers, because their holding value, the capital required to sell a single contract will be somewhere around 1 lakh rupees. So you can assume what kind of capital required to sell and hold any of these strike prices in the Nifty options. So right now I see an support at 16,800 strike price. So if you just analyze the historical open interest, so total calls data is at 71.2 million and total put data is at 46.6 million. So comparatively we see that there are more number of calls which is getting written, or there are more number of calls which is acting as the support in the market. So here what we see is the red bar represents the call options and the green bar represents the put options. So here we can see that the major resistance for the Nifty will be somewhere around 17,000 strike price, and prior to that we don't see any major open interest, because 16,900 and 16,800 has nearly 2 million open interest, but whereas the 17,000 has 5.4 million. So here we can assume that there are more number of sellers who are sitting at this particular strike price, and they are very strongly believe that market will not go above 17,000 for tomorrow, and never ever assume that the open interest will never change, because what we saw yesterday in my yesterday's video, we saw that there was more number of the call short covering that happened, but whereas today we saw that the more number of put positions were squared off. So the short covering happened in the put options today. So now let us quickly have a glance in the economic calendar for tomorrow, that is 22nd of December 2021. So tomorrow there will not be any major economic activity which may impact our Indian stock market. So here we can see that there will be a current account, final GDP quarter on quarter. All these are the regular activities, and there is no high impact expected in our stock market. So also one important thing that we need to observe in the Nifty future. So if you just closely observe, the change in open interest is at 5,34,950, and percentage wise it is minus 5.19%. And in the historical data, if I will just try to pull the data for 7 days, and here you can observe that since almost 15th of December there was a consistent open interest here, but whereas only today, that is 21st of December 2021, we see that there is a change in the open interest on the negative side. So this is the provisional figure. Still it has not confirmed whether the market will turn bearish or bullish. So this you need to whether if you are an option trader or whether you are an say future trader, you need to always observe the open interest, because this represents the total number of active traders in the market. So right now we are on the open interest data, open interest analysis for 21st of December 2021. So here once again we can see an interesting thing. So when compared to the yesterday 20th of December, the FIIs were holding the long position in the index future by 53%, but whereas today they have increased almost by say 13%, so they are holding almost 66% today. And in the index call long, they were long by 54% on 20th of December, and 21st of December they have once again increased their position to 56%. So this is almost 2%. So when they are holding increases in the call long positions, we can assume that they have increased their positions in the call options, and the market may go in the bullish trend for tomorrow. And in the put options here, once again this is also an important thing that we need to observe. On 20th of December they were long by 64%, but whereas today they are long by 65%. So when compared to the call options long and put options long, here we can think that there is still there is no confirmation in the market. And if we just see the index future long position, here we can see that tomorrow will be a possibility that there will be an bullish trend tomorrow, but still we need to wait for the market to open. And I'll also show you the support and resistance on the 5 minutes and hourly time frame. So based on that you can decide your. So friends, right now we are on the hourly time frame in the Nifty future. So today we saw that there was a gap up in the Nifty future. So I'll just bring the line here. So this was a place where Nifty opened at almost 16,742 levels, and it made a high of 16,962 levels, but it could not sustain this level because the earlier support level was acting, is now acting as the resistance for the Nifty future on the hourly time frame. So once again it later it made a low of almost 16,723 or say 16,714 levels, but in the last candle we can see that this was a pin bar, and the next candle which closed exactly at 3:30 p.m. is still indecisive, and we are not getting any confirmation. So overall today movement was bullish to sideways, and the people who had shorted the Nifty future, or those who had shorted the call options, they would have squared off their positions, assuming that market is in the bullish position. But once again the Nifty future came down after it made a high of 16,962. It made a once again it closed somewhere near to the 16,814 levels. So for tomorrow you need to observe these two important zones. What we see, the 16,962 levels and 16,742 levels. So suppose if you see that Nifty will break 16,962 levels, then you can take your long positions. And suppose if you are an option trader, so option the seller, then you can sell the 16,900 call. Once the Nifty future breaks above 16,962, then you can sell the 16,900 call and 16,900 put, and buy 16,700 put. So the situation depends on the market tomorrow once it opens and it breaks the high of 16,962. So on the lower side, if Nifty future crosses below 16,762 levels, then we can assume that the market is trading near the bearish zone, and once it confirms the breakout below 16,742 levels, then we can see the further target at 16,451 levels. So remember, this is the hourly time frame. Now I will switch to the 5 minutes time frame, so that you will, suppose if you are an intraday trader, you'll get a complete idea on how to take a trade based on the breakout. So on the 5 minutes time frame, today we saw that once again there was a gap up in the Nifty future, and it has made a high of 16,962 levels and a support at 16,714 levels. So tomorrow there could be a possibility that even though the Nifty future crosses below 16,714, here we see that there is a gap up which need to be filled at any cost. So tomorrow it may happen. So people who have suppose if you short Nifty future, once it crosses below 16,714, then you need to be very careful, because if once the Nifty future touches 16,644 levels, then it can bounce back for the bullish trend. So this particular zone you need to be very careful, that is 16,646 levels. So on the upper side, once the Nifty future crosses 16,962 levels, so this is the immediate resistance on the 5 minutes time frame, then we can see a target of 17,121 levels and 17,292 levels on the intraday basis. So friends, you can leave your question. Suppose if you are an option trader or the future trader, you can leave your comment, so that and whether you want to suppose you wish to take the options strategy for the routine, the regular intraday trade or the weekly expiry, so that you can leave a comment, so that I can also include the strategy that you need to implement in the Nifty future. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.